Okay, folks, I'm here at, where in the world are we? We're near Spring Hill.
South of Spring Hill, yeah. South of Spring Hill, south of Hope.
South of Hope, and Louisville is down to the south. And folks, I have got a unique property. It's about, well, how many acres? Well, hey,
20.
With Anthony, the owner. Now, how many acres is this?
A little bit over 20.
20
Just a hair
acres.
over.
You know what really makes this kind of neat is, Anthony, you've got a little bit of everything here. You got hunting,
Yep.
which is whitetail. Got a few turkey on the place.
Rabbit, dove.
Got it all.
Yep.
You got water.
Yep, several natural springs, probably 20.
And we're going to go down and look at them in a minute.
2 separate creeks, 118-foot elevation change.
That is what's unique about this, folks, is right behind us, you're seeing a drone shot right now of this thing going over, and that is 118 feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Top to bottom.
Unique piece of property, and more importantly, what's really unique is we've got the Caddo Indians.
Yeah.
My gosh, we're looking at some stuff. Well, let's look at where's
Yeah.
that. Get that.
These have been probably within the last, I don't know, 4 to 6 months worth.
Oh man, you know, look at this. All kinds of arrowheads. Now this looks like what is that?
It'd be an axe.
Be an axe. You notice how folks they notch it in there and put rawhide or deer hide on it on whatever kind of wood they use, and they got their little hammer or hatchet or whatever. But this kind of stuff. Look at this one, folks. Look at this. This is all over the property. We're going to go down there and look about where you got an old campsite. Look like where the Indians used to maybe camp.
Right. There's a lot of charcoal. We found tons of artifacts right around that charcoal, which obviously was probably their campfire. But even up on the top of the hill, we're finding tons of stuff up here too. All
right, and also behind us we got a 4-stall horse barn. With roll-up doors. We'll look at that in a little bit, but hey, let's go down and look at this campsite and some of the creeks on this property. What do you say?
Sounds great.
Let's go. Yeah. According to history, the archaeologists have uncovered several artifacts dating back over 1,000 years where the Caddo Indians lived all through this area.
Our area is nothing but muscadines. Every one of these trees is covered in muscadine vines, and when they fruit out, it's extraordinary.
You know, folks, that's never had a muscadine. That is one of the neatest. It's a grape-like with a unique flavor. In fact, they got a famous muscadine wine. That they do there. Now, okay, folks, we're right here. Anthony's taking me down to this old campsite, and it has to be some kind of campsite. Of course, it's got a big old hill right there, and you kind of scratched around here, and of course, you made the roads, and that's where you've been.
So most of when we cut the roads in, we found, I don't know, 6 to 8 different pottery bowls that are all engraved, and we were finding pieces. We haven't tried to find looking for any holes, but obviously that dozer blade probably broke it all up.
Right.
But lots of arrowheads, flakes everywhere, pottery, axes, charcoal.
Now let's go down here and look at this pond area that we could build a pond on, and just kind of look at the water situation. Anthony's brought us down here to where we could build a pond site. Now we got a partial levee right here, folks, and Anthony, you could build onto this. Your property line goes right over in there somewhere.
Yeah, the property line's just the other side of that willow tree, from north to south. My original plan was to build a 3 to 5 acre lake right here in this valley, and it's fed by 10 or 12 natural springs that run into this creek here.
Oh, you can see the water running right there, and look at the elevation, folks. The home and the barn is right up that way, and look at this. So you never have a problem keeping this full. You could dig at as deep as you want.
Oh yeah, and it's full year round. That water's it's always running.
This is where it runs back down the property line back in there, and
that tree line is about the southern border of the property line.
We're always looking and look, you see the same time I did. Look at that. Look here. Arrowhead right there. Folks, this is just unique stuff here. And this wasn't planned. This is the kind of stuff, for somebody that's never watched the Indians do that, that's a treat in itself. They use a horn.
Most of the time it's deer antlers for the most of the time, and that's how they nap them out. Yeah,
chip it out.
Yep. Tedious process.
Now you're going to have me looking on the ground everywhere we walk, looking at these. Can I have this?
Absolutely. You sure can.
All right, now then here's another place I want to look at. Just looks like deer country. I mean, look at this. In fact, you've got stands set back there.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of stands, feeders. I've cut trails all through the property, four-wheeler trails, or just even for wildlife to move through. I left a lot of the thick growth up for areas that may be bedding areas. We're about down into the bottoms coming back here. We're right on the bluff coming out of the Red River bottoms. Right. One of the first properties outside of the bottoms, out in the flats. So
Red River is just down the way.
Maybe as a crow flies at 3/4 to a mile.
Deer tracks right here.
Yep.
Just rained yesterday. Deer tracks all the way down here. Now, the cool thing is that this is in the floodplain right here that nobody would ever build back here. There's a big private ranch. This is all private property.
I think 1,200 acres on the south side. He's not going anywhere. And his kids actually have built their homes out there as well.
But boy, look at just the terrain. And that leads you back up, just continuously rise back up to the house and the barn there. And again, all them vines you see through there, and the muscadines.
Yeah.
And you mentioned
we've got blackberry bushes everywhere, a couple native plum trees the deer seem to love, and they're pretty tasty too.
Now, where are you taking me now? You're taking me
this is one of the other creeks. This is a much larger creek than the other one, but it's all spring fed year round.
This would be another nice place to build a big lake.
Yeah.
You can put any size hole you wanted back here. And then that would be this close to the Arkansas Flyway and Red River. You have all kinds of ducks.
Yeah, and we have wood ducks that'll land in this creek every now and then. But it's, since it's so thick in here with the woods, I know they have a hard time getting in.
Oh, nice. Now your property goes over this creek.
Yeah. So this creek.
Sides.
Yeah, both sides. You can see the fence lines right back there on the south border. And of course, the property still runs a long ways that way.
Wow, look at that. He's just running. For the person that wants to come down and enjoy the wilderness, boy, this is just, you can't hear nothing but birds
and water. Yep.
Really nice. You say you have some springs here somewhere.
Yeah, so over here is a fairly good sized spring that feeds into this creek. Every bit of this water from both those creeks is all spring fed. One of them comes out right here, but at the headwater a little bit further up is the biggest of the springs. We found a lot of airheads and artifacts in here. Most of these gravel bars, we seem to find one nearly every time we come down here.
Oh, yeah. Well, we proved it a while ago. You can find it right off.
Yeah. In fact,
come back and inside these hills like this and tap into the hill with a concrete and put some kind of a valve in there and have spring water.
Mm-hmm. Fresh, clean water.
Oh, look at that. See, and it takes flint rock. Look at that. Right in the creek. How nice is that? Look at that, folks.
I mean, it's nearly every time I come down here.
Look at that. There's no telling how many thousands or hundreds of thousands of Indians. Thought
it was just a piece of flake.
And what they do, they just sit on these banks and pick up the flint rock and just, the women and men too, I guess, all day, just chipping away at these things.
Yeah, and you figure, if they're fired at a deer and miss, and they lose that arrowhead, and
they don't do like us. They go find their broadhead.
Right.
Broadhead. Wow, look at that bank. That bank is probably over 5 foot.
Yeah.
Over 5 foot high right there, folks.
Yeah, a little.
This is on both sides. We got both
Yeah,
still.
yeah, yeah. It's still both sides on the property, and a little bit further up towards the headwater, it's probably an 8 to 10 foot bank.
Wow.
Much deeper.
Nice.
This little area here, maybe a half an acre. I plant clover and brassica. Yeah, and there's a stand there. And then, you know, obviously this field is one of the main areas, and then I've cut trails on both sides of it and then leading into it, just to give them some access.
Yeah, that tree stand is right there.
Green Tree Waterfowl Rest Area, about a mile away as well. Yeah, and oddly enough, right here, it's dry, right? But what it is it goes down under and then comes out down here.
You know, I see that a lot. I've got a place down there in Texas I filmed, and it's dry. You come back, what's on the Colorado River? Colorado River goes under bedrock and comes back out. Sure does. Look at this drop here. Look at it, folks. And that river, that creek will never go dry. Boy, these banks are 8, 10 foot tall right here, Anthony. And our east border, our east line is over in that direction over there. But like I said, for both sides of this creek continue on the property quite a ways.
Yeah, and the other creek.
Another creek too. This property would make a great vacation getaway with no restrictions or building permits to build. You could have your own private hunting area or build your remote luxury home. The property already has a very modest 16 by 76 mobile home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a new roof on it, and a horse barn with 4 stalls. It has a loafing area and corrals. Now folks, this is some of the genetics that can be taken on this property. You got the width, 20 inches or so, and it's all about age and nutrition, and you can do that on this property. You can pull those deer in. They need cover, water, food, and they'll stay right on your property. Now folks, if you're looking for a unique property right here in Arkansas, close to the Red River, you've got 20 acres, you've got a mobile home, you got a horse barn, 4-stall horse barn, you've got all kinds of Indian relics on the property, creeks, give me a call.